Surah 10, Yunus. By the one who is denoted by the name Allah, who created my being with his names in accord with the meaning of the letter B, the Rahman, the Rahim, Aleph, Lam, Ra. These are the signs of the Book of Wisdom, Hakim, the source of the knowledge of the reality full of wisdom. Have people been astonished that we revealed to a man among them? Warn the people, and give the good tidings to those who believe they will have a lofty rank of truth, a confirmation by the manifestation of the names. Those who deny the knowledge of the reality said, Surely this man is a magician. Indeed, your Rabb is Allah, the one who created the heavens and the earth in 6 stages and then established himself on the throne, and administers the worlds which he created from his names as he wills. At a deeper level, the word throne denotes the dimension of unity and oneness of existence. It is administered with his command. He manifests himself every instant in yet another wondrous way. None can intercede with another unless the essence, the name composition, formed according to his creation purpose, comprising the one in need of intercession, allows it. Thus is Allah your Rabb. So become aware of your servitude to him. Will you still not contemplate? To him you will return altogether. This act of returning is dimensional rather than locational. It denotes the observation within one's essential reality. This is the promise of Allah, which he will certainly fulfill. Indeed, he originates creation. All created things are created based on the quality of the name Mubdi, collectively, and without individuality, the original self. Then, at the dimension of individuality, returns based on the name Mu'id, after returning to one's essential reality. Those that have faith and do the necessary deeds required by their faith, the constructed identity, to their individual persona, the constructed identity spirit, referred to by the letter Qaf, in order to give them the consequences of what they deserve, i.e., experience the results of what they manifest. As for those who deny the knowledge of the reality, they will drink from boiling water as a result of their disbelief and suffer a painful suffering. He is Allah, who has made the sun as light, energy of life, and the moon as nur, regulator of the emotional aspect of man, that effect on the hormonal makeup and the amygdala with the force of gravity, and determine it by stations so that you might know the number of years and calculate. Allah created these in truth, with the qualities denoted by his names. Thus, he explains his signs in detail for those who can think. In the alternation of night and day, and what Allah created in the heavens and the earth, there are many signs for those who want to be protected. Those who doubt they can attain the awareness of the names through returning to one's essential reality, becoming aware of one's origin, and are pleased and satisfied with the worldly life, and live in their cocoon, the world formed in their brain, and fail to evaluate our signs. They are the ones who will live by burning as a result of what they manifest. As for those who believe and perform the deeds required by their faith, their Rabb will enable them to experience the reality as a result of their faith. Rivers will flow beneath them in paradises of bliss, blessings, and bounties. Their call to Allah, there will be Subhanaka Allahumma, glory to you, divinity. At every instance, you create anew and can never be conditioned and restricted by your creation. We establish incomparability, tanzi, and denote similarity, tasbih, to you, i.e., we are in constant servitude to you by continually manifesting your names. In Sanskrit, that would be Nirguna and Saguna, right? And their call to each other will be salam. May the meaning of the name salam manifest upon us constantly. And, that's how we end the prayer too. Not just how we greet each other. That's how the prayer's over as you greet the creation around you. The outcome they reach as a result of their return to their essential reality is the realization of Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. And so that's the first line of the first chapter. So again, their prayer is focused around the first chapter of the Quran. Hamd, the evaluation of corporeal worlds, created with his names as he wills, belongs to Allah, the Rabb, the absolute source of the infinite meanings of the names of the worlds, the universe created within the brain of every individual. Had Allah hastened evil unto man when they deserved it, just as they hasten in the request of the good, their lives would have ended long ago. We leave those who think they can attain the awareness of the names by returning to their essential reality, becoming aware of their origin in their excessive ways, wandering blindly. When man experiences an affliction, he turns to us and seeks help as he lies down, as he sits, or while he stands. But when we take him out of that affliction into ease, he walks away as though he never prayed to us regarding that affliction. Thus the deeds of the transgressors are adorned to them. Indeed, we have destroyed the generations before you because of their wrongdoings and denial, despite Rasul, no, they don't have the right plural here, the messengers coming to them as clear proofs. Thus, we requite people in error. Then, after them, we made you vicegerents upon the earth, that we might see how you would behave. And when our signs are recited to them as clear proofs, those who doubt they can attain the awareness of the names comprising their essence by returning to their essential reality, becoming aware of their origin, said, "Bring a Quran other than this, or alter it." Say, "It is not for me to alter it of my own accord. I follow only what is revealed to me. If I rebel against my Rabb, I will surely fear the suffering of that severely intense period." Say, "Had Allah willed, I would not have recited it to you, and he would not have notified you of its existence. Indeed, I spent a lifetime among you before. Will you not use your intellect and understand? Who does more wrong than the one who slanders against Allah or denies his existence in his signs, the manifestations of his names? Indeed, the wrongdoers will not be liberated. They defy things besides Allah, things that are neither harmful nor beneficial, and they say, these are our intercessors in the sight of Allah. Say, are you informing Allah of something he knows not in the heavens and the earth? Subhan, far beneath, is he, free and beyond what they associate with him. And when we say he and him, we're just using a pronoun. We're not saying that God is masculine. Mankind was not but a single nation, created upon the natural disposition of Islam, but then they differed. This is a reference to an ongoing phenomenon rather than a one-time incident. It denotes the reality that every human being, in terms of its creation, is based on the natural disposition of Islam, yet differs after identifying with the belief system of the parents. Had it not been for a word that proceeded from the Rabb, the decree regarding living the requirements of servitude, he would have judged between them about what they differ. And they say, should a miracle not have been sent to him, say the unknown is only for Allah. Wait, I am also with you among those that wait. When we give the people a taste of grace and beauty after adversity, immediately they begin to strategize against our signs. Say, Allah is swifter in strategy. Indeed, our messengers are recording what you conspire. There's light beings recording of everything, right? Unable to see that the adversity they are exposed to is the consequence of their own deeds. They think the grace that comes after it is a sign that their deeds are not wrong and that they are on the right path. So Allah does not correct their assumption and He allows them to continue in the wrong, hence increasing their suffering. Thus, their false assumption is their conspiracy, and allowing them to continue in the wrong ways is the strategy of Allah, who He enables you to travel on land and sea when you are sailing in ships and rejoicing in calm winds. A storm will hit, and the waves will surge and strike from all sides, and when they think they are encompassed by the waves and in danger, they will believe that all formations are in Allah's hands of power, and will pray to Him, "If you save us from this, we will surely be of the thankful." But when He saves them, they will immediately start rampaging on the land unjustly. O mankind, your wrongfulness and rampage will only cause harm to you. You will enjoy the fleeting pleasures of the worldly life, and then to us will be your return. And that is when we will inform you of the reality of your deeds. The life of the world is like the water, which we disclose from the sky, with which the plants of the earth that humans and animals eat have been formed, and when the earth reaches its finest appearance with its produce, and the people think they are powerful and in control, our command will manifest suddenly in an instant of the night or day, and we will convert it into a field of stubble as though it had not flourished the day before. Thus do we detail our signs for a people who contemplate. Allah invites to the land of Salam, a state of existence based on forces inherent in one's existence beyond bodily limitations, and guides whom He wills to the straight path, as-sirat al-mustaqim. For the doers of good, ihsan is the beautiful names and more pleasure. No darkness, egotism, will cover their faces, consciousness, nor derogation, which results from deviating from one's essence. Those are the companions of paradise. They will abide therein eternally. As for those who have earned bad deeds, the recompense consequence of their bad deed will be its equivalent. Derogation will cover them. They have no force to protect them from Allah, enforcing the consequences of their deeds upon them. It is as if the darkness of the night has covered their faces, consciousness. They will be companions of hell eternally. And the time when we will gather them all together, we will say to the duelists, "Go to your places, you and those you associate." Then we will separate them. The partners will say, "You were not serving us. You were worshipping your delusive ideas. Sufficient is Allah as a witness between us. Indeed, we were oblivious of the essence of your servitude." There, every being will experience the consequences of what it previously sent forth. They will be returned to Allah, their true protector, and lost will be their fantasies, objects of worship. Say to the duelists. It's more than just duelists, but the misassociators. The believers. All the misbelievers are referred to by this. Who provides for you from the heavens and the earth, are to whom belongs the powers of hearing and sight, who brings the living the consciousness of being alive with the names of the Hay, ever living, out of the dead, the futile state of corporeal existence, and brings the dead, the state of being blinded to the reality oneself or the reality of others, confining one's existence only to the body, and assuming life is going to end once the body deteriorates under the soil, out of the living. While in respect of his essential reality he is alive, who carries out the judgment, they will say, Allah, say, then why don't you be of the protected ones? That is Allah, your true Rabb. What can you accept besides the truth, other than error, corrupt ideas? So then, how are you averted? Thus, the word of your Rabb, they will not believe, has come into effect. Say, are there any among those you associate who can manifest creation and then return it to its essence? Say, Allah manifests creation and then returns them to their essence. How are you deluded? Say, who among your partners can guide to the truth? Say, Allah guides to the truth. Who is more worthy of being followed? One who guides to the truth, or one who is inadequate to find the truth for himself? What is wrong with you? How do you judge? Most of them follow only their assumptions. Indeed, an assumption cannot replace the truth. Undoubtedly, Allah knows what they do. As their essence with His names. This Quran is not the invention of those besides Allah. On the contrary, it is a confirmation of what was before it, and a detailed source of the knowledge of the reality from the Rabb of the worlds. Or do they say Muhammad? Peace of God and prayers be upon him. Prayers be upon him as in people pray benedictions and his influence and the creation that was pleased otherwise, other than the humans. That benefits Muhammad, not just the people who make the prayers themselves. And Muhammad's not a word in this verse. Because it says, or do they say he made it up? Say, then bring forth a surah, chapter, similar to it, and call upon whomever you can besides Allah for assistance, if you are true to your word. No, they denied that which they do not encompass in knowledge, and the reality of which has not yet been revealed to them. Thus did those before them deny. Have a look and see how the wrongdoers ended up. And of them are those who will believe the Quran, and those who won't believe. Your Reb knows better the corrupters. If they insist on denying you, say, for me are my deeds, and for you are your deeds. You are far from what I do, and I am far from what you do. And among them are those who lend an ear to you as though they are listening. But can you make the deaf hear, especially if they are also unable to use their reason? And among them are those who look at you. But can you show the blind the right path, if they are deprived of insight? Indeed, Allah does not wrong the people, even by an iota. It is the people who wrong themselves. And at the time He will gather them, it will be as if they had not lived in the world more than an hour, and met each other then. Those who denied the meeting, becoming aware of their essence, the names, will surely be in loss. They were not suitable for guidance, and whether we show you some of what we promised them, or we take you in death, and you do not see it, nothing will change on their behalf. To us will be their return. Then Allah is a witness over what they do. There is a Rasul, an informer of the truth, for every nation. When the Rasul, messenger, comes, it will be judged between them in justice, according to what they deserve. They will not be wronged. They say, if you are truthful, when is the fulfillment of this promise? Resurrection. Say, I possess no harm nor benefit for myself, other than what Allah wills. Every nation has an appointed time. When their time has come, they cannot postpone it for an hour, nor can they advance it. Say, did you see, consider this, if suffering should come to you from Him in an instant of the night or day, what part of it would the guilty ones seek to hasten? Will you believe when adversity afflicts you? Or now, yet, you wanted to experience it with urgency? Then the wrongdoers were told, taste the eternal suffering. Are you not only living the direct consequences of your own actions? They ask you, is it, the suffering, true? Say, yes, by my Rabb, indeed it is true. You will not be able to escape it. And if each individual consciousness that wronged itself owned everything on earth, it would surely offer it as ransom. When they see the suffering, they will not even have the strength to show their regret. The judgment has been made among them according to what they deserve. They will not live anything other than what they deserve. Know with certainty that whatever is in the heavens and the earth, it is indeed for Allah. They are the manifestations of the meanings denoted by His names. Know with certainty that Allah informs of the truth, but the majority of them do not know. Who gives life and takes life, to Him you will return. You will experience at the level of reality, of certainty, haq al-yaqeen, that your essence is comprised of and created with the names. O mankind, there has come to you advice from your Rabb, a healing, the remedy of healthy thought, and for what is within your consciousness guidance to lead you to the reality, and grace for those who believe. Say, let them rejoice in the things listed above as the bounty of Allah, and with this grace, not with empty fleeting pleasures, that what is lived with grace is better than what they accumulate of worldly values. Say, did you consider what Allah has disclosed to you of provision, of which you have made some unlawful and some lawful? Say, has Allah permitted you, or are you slandering against Allah? Why do those who lie and slander about Allah think about the doomsday period? Indeed, Allah possesses bounty for the people, but the majority of them are not thankful. They do not duly evaluate this as the blessing of Allah. Whatever state you are in, whether you are reading the Quran or doing something else, while you were involved in it, we are always a witness over you. Nothing on the earth, body, or in the heavens, consciousness of an atom's weight, is hidden from your Rabb. In fact, even that which is smaller or greater than it is recorded in a clear book, the field of waves comprising the origin of existence, raw data. Know with certainty there will be no fear for the guardians, wali, of Allah, nor will they be grieved. Those who have believed and accomplished protection, there are good tidings for them, both in the worldly life and in the eternal life to come. Never will the words of Allah change. This is the great liberation. Let not the words grieve you. Indeed, honor belongs entirely to Allah. He is the Sami'a, the Alim. Know with certainty, whatever is in the heavens and the earth is indeed for Allah to observe the qualities denoted by His names in His knowledge. Thus, He has created everything from His names with the qualities they denote. Then, those who pray to things other than Allah, to which they associate partnership, cannot follow this truth due to their state of duality. They follow only their assumptions based on their illusions, and they only lie. He made the night for you so that you may find tranquility in it, and the day for you to see and evaluate what is necessary. Indeed, there are signs in this for people who can perceive. And, of course, as we saw earlier, who is treated as a separate name, so that's why we keep on having who instead of he. Or they said, Allah has taken a son, Subhan, beyond is He, who is the Ghani, free, and beyond being limited and conditioned by His creation. Whatever is in the heavens is for Him, for manifestations of the meanings of His names. You have no inherent proof for this claim. You speak of Allah without knowledge. Say, surely those who invent lies about Allah will not be liberated. They will benefit from the world temporarily, and then to us will be their return. Then we will make them taste the severe suffering for denying the reality. Tell them about Noah, how he said to his people, O my people, if my position and my reminding you of the signs of Allah has become burdensome on you, then I have relied on Allah. I believe the name Wakil and my essence will fulfill its function. So, do whatever you like, you and your associates, and don't feel anxious about it, and then carry out your verdict concerning me without further ado. If you turn away because of this, then do so. I did not ask you for any reward. My reward, the return of what I do, belongs to Allah alone. I have been commanded to be of those who live in submission, but they denied Him still. So we saved him and those with him in the ship and made them vicegerents, and we drowned those who denied our signs. Have a look and see the end of those who were warned. Then, after Noah, we disclosed messengers as clear signs, special configurations of names to many nations. But again, they failed to believe in that which they denied before. Thus we seal the hearts, lock the consciousness of those who transgress. Then after them, we disclose Moses and Aaron as our signs to the Pharaoh and the eminent ones among his people. But they were arrogant and became a guilty people. When the truth came to them from us, they said, indeed, this is clearly magic. Moses said, is this how you evaluate the truth? Is this magic? Magicians will never succeed. And by magicians, they mean, seher has the meaning of deceit, but it also has the meaning of playing with the fire, as in, they're working with the jinn in a way, worshiping them, whether they realize it or not. They said, "Did you come to turn us away from the belief of our forefathers and establish power on the earth? We are not believers in you, Moses and Aaron." The Pharaoh said, "Bring to me every learned magician." Now, if we say evil magician, that would make the thing clearer to us English speakers, because magician, we think the people prestidigitatosis and all that stuff. They're just doing illusions. So, when the magicians gathered, Moses said to them, "Throw what you will." And when they threw, Moses said, "What you put forth is only your force of magic. Indeed, Allah will render it obsolete." Allah does not allow the work of the corruptors to end with a positive outcome. Allah will establish the truth by his words, even if the guilty dislike it. No one believed Moses among his people except a group of youth, for fear of Pharaoh and his leaders. Indeed, Pharaoh was an oppressive sovereign upon the earth. Indeed, he was of the squanderers. Moses said, "O my people, if you are of those who have believed in and submitted to Allah, who created you with his names, then place your trust in him. Believe in the name Wakil, and your essence will fulfill its function." They said, "We have placed our trust in Allah. We believed in the meaning of the name Wakil, the one who provides the means for self-actualization, the one who advocates and protects those who place their trust in him, providing them with the most auspicious outcomes. He who believes in the potential of the name Wakil in his own essence will have confirmed his faith in all the names, all his potentials. The source of the mystery of vicegerency lies in this name. Our Rabb, do not make us suffer for their wrongdoing. Manifest your grace upon us and save us from the people who deny the knowledge of the reality." We revealed to Moses and his brother, "Prepare houses for your people in Egypt. Make your houses places of worship and establish salat," ritual prayer. "Give good tidings to the believers." Moses said, "Our Rabb, indeed it is you who has given worldly splendor and wealth to the Pharaoh and his leaders. Our Rabb was it, so they lead people astray from your way. Our Rabb, obliterate their wealth and give distress to their hearts, for they will not believe until they see a painful suffering." Allah said, "Your prayer has been answered, so stand straight. Do not follow the path of the ignorant." We took the children of Israel across the sea. The Pharaoh and his army transgressed and pursued them in enmity, until, when drowning overtook him, he said, "I have believed there is no God, there is only the one in whom the children of Israel believe. I am of the Muslimin," those who have submitted. And it could be Muslimun, I don't know, because they didn't use the right plural, they just added the S. "Now, but you had disobeyed before and were of the corrupters. Today we will deliver your corpse to the shore, so that it may be a lesson for those who come after you. But many of the people are indeed cocooned from our signs. We have indeed settled the children of Israel in a prominent and safe land. We provided them with clean and pure things. They did not fall into separation until knowledge came to them. With knowledge, differences in opinions and interpretations arose. Indeed, your Rabb will judge between them in the period of doomsday concerning that over which they differ. If you are in doubt about what we have revealed to you, O man, ask those who read our signs in the worlds before you. Indeed, the truth has come to you from your Rabb. So do not be of those who doubt. Do not be of those who deny the manifest signs of Allah. If you do, you will be of the losers. Indeed, those upon whom the word, the eternal verdict of your Rabb has come into effect, will not believe. Even if every miracle came to them, they will still not believe until they see the painful suffering If only the people of a single city believed and reaped the benefits of this faith, except the people of Jonah, who felt the coming of the suffering after Jonah left them, and collectively repented and believed. When they believed, we lifted from them the suffering of the worldly degradation, and allowed them to benefit from our blessings for a set period. Had your rub, the reality, the names comprising your essence, willed, all those who live on earth would surely have believed, all of them entirely. So then will you compel the people to become believers. And it is not for a soul to believe unless the unique composition of Allah's names comprising his essence permits, and he will place intellectual defilement upon those who fail to evaluate reasonably. Say, observe what is in the heavens and the earth, but of no avail those signs will be to a people who do not believe. Do they wait for the like of the suffering of those who came before them? Say, then wait. I am with you among those who wait. Then, when the suffering comes, we will save our messengers and those who have believed. It is an obligation upon us to save the believers. Say, O people, if you are in doubt as to my religion, then know that I will not worship the things you worship besides Allah. I only serve Allah, the one who will cause your death. I have been commanded to be of the believers, and I have been commanded, direct your face as a hanif toward the religion. Direct your spirituality and consciousness, the essence of which is a configuration of names, to the formless essential reality of what is perceived as the corporeal worlds, free from the conceptualized ideas of God, and do not in any way be of the dualists. Do not assume the existence of externalized gods besides Allah and associate partnership to him. Do not turn to things besides Allah, which can neither give you benefit nor harm. If you do this, you will indeed become of those who wrong themselves. And if Allah should afflict you with an adversity, none can lift it other than him. If he wills a good for you, none can repel his bounty either. He causes his bounty to reach whom he wills of his servants. He is the Ghaffar, the Rahim, the Facer, the Merciful. Say, O people, indeed, the truth has come to you from your Rabb. So whoever turns to the reality, he will have turned for his own self, and whoever goes astray, he will only have gone against his own self. I am not your wakil, the guide of your essence and consciousness. By your soul follow that which has been revealed to you, and be patient until the judgment of Allah becomes manifest. He is the best of judges. My messenger is a comment, because it wasn't revealed directly to us, but it was revealed for us.